Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our meeting, today's meeting. Today, the encounter is about writing practice. I'm going to introduce myself in a short way, and then I ask you to introduce yourself. I'm Liliana Soler. I'm from Bogota, Colombia. Currently, I live here in Bogota. I'm in ninth semester of bachelor's degree in foreign language with an emphasis on English. I like to read a lot. Also, I like to spend time with my family and my friends. I like to listen music, especially rock music. I don't like the lazy people, and I don't like lies. And no more, that's all. What about you, Paula? Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, teacher. I am Paula Caterina Negro Vasquez. I am 27 years old. Now I am in Tobia Chica with my parents. I live in Bogota. I love my cat. I spend time with my family. I like listen to music. Um, is all, teacher? No more.
Okay, thank you. I also love the cats.
Is are beautiful.
Yes. Okay, Dario, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I could. Dario Sanchez. Currently, I live.
Could could you speak loud, please? I
Could you
can't hear you
listen
well.
to me
Yes,
now?
now I hear you better.
Okay. So, my name is Dario Sanchez Bulla. I live in Madrid, Cundinamarca, near Bogota. It's a little town near Bogota. I'm studying foreign language with emphasis in English too. I am in sixth semester and I work as a receptionist in an industrial park. I am 26 years old and I live with my girlfriend.
Okay, thank you, Dario, for sharing with us. Now I'm going to share my screen in order to explain the topic for today. Can you see my screen now? Yes or not?
No, teacher. Yes. Already.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This activity is from the online language community from UNAD. And as I said you before, this activity is about writing practice. The topic for today is an article. Today is Friday, October 28th. Okay, let's start. Do you know something about conditional sentence? Before you are
It con-
listening something, tell me. Do you know something about this?
the conditional is
Yes. If?
if
Yes, yes. In conditional sentence, we need to use the word if, because if demonstrate the condition. Yes, you're right, Paula. For example, what is a conditional sentence? A conditional sentence is based on the word if, as Paula said. There are always two parts to a conditional sentence. In the first part, at the beginning, the sentence could be start with the word if to describe a possible situation, and the second part describes the consequence. For example, if it rains, we'll get wet. Llueve, nos vamos a mojar. We can also invert the two parts of a conditional sentence so that the if part comes second. For example, we'll get wet if it rains. Continue. Conditionals are extremely important in the English language because they help us express things that may happen in the present and future. For example, there are zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional. But in this case, we are going to review to talk about zero conditional in present. Things that happen in the present. They can be used to give advice, express regret, and discuss facts, among other things. Tiene varios usos las frases condicionales. Sentence. To give advice, express regret, discuss facts, and other things. Here are some examples. If you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. If you eat a lot, you put on weight. If I'm tired, I go to bed early. Okay, here are the explanation of zero conditional. We use the zero conditional to talk about permanent truths, always truths, such as scientific facts and general habits. For example, pay attention in this process. First, you can take some ice, then put it in a saucepan. Do you know what is saucepan? What is the meaning of saucepan?
No, teacher, I don't know.
Oh, teacher, I don't know.
The saucepan is a cooking utensil. Cooking utensil used to cook. The kitchen we have.
Utensilio de cocina.
Yes, saucepan. In Spanish is something like sartén, una olla made of metal. A deep cooking pan made of metal. This is a saucepan. Heat the saucepan over the stove. La pones encima de la estufa. Heat the saucepan. Calientas. What happens? What do you think what happened? So,
¿Qué pasa?
Yes, what happens if you put the saucepan with the ice in the stove?
¿Se derrite?
Yes, exactly. The ice melts, it becomes water. So if you heat ice, it melts. This is a scientific fact. The structure of the zero conditional sentence is very simple. Both the verb in the first part are in present simple, and in the result also the verb is in present simple. The first part is the condition. For example, if you heat ice, the result is it melts, se derrite. If you heat ice, si tú calientas hielo, se derrite. This is the two parts of the zero conditional sentence. Don't forget that the tense is always present simple in the two parts of the sentence. The verb heat in present simple and the verb melt in present simple, melts. Continue. Zero conditional. Notice that we are thinking about a result that is always true for the condition. The result is always true for the condition. The result of the condition is an absolute certainty. Absolute certainty. Okay, now here we have some expression related in order to understand some expression to do the exercise number 1. Paula, could you read the 3 first expression, please? Bird,
Yes, teacher.
coal, greenhouse gases. Thank you.
Okay. Bird, I fire produce flame and hereby consuming at materials used as a coal or wood. Coal, a combustible black rock consisting of carbonized plant matter used as a fuel. Teacher, what is the meaning
Fuel.
the fuel? Fuel?
Fuel. Fuel.
Fuel?
Fuel is, for example, combustible. Combustible,
Ah,
for example, similar to gasoline or petrol. Yes, is
okay.
used to give power
Okay.
to an engine or a machine. It's a combustible.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Like a gasoline. Okay.
Greenhouse gas are gases in Earth's atmosphere that trap heat use
Atmosphere.
atmosphere atmosphere that trap heat use water vapors or carbon dioxide.
Yes, exactly. Are gases in Earth's atmosphere that trap heat. Atrapan el calor, trap heat, such as water vapor or carbon dioxide. In Spanish, the meaning is gases tipo invernadero, greenhouse gases.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks, teacher.
thank you, Paula. Dario, could you read the following 2 expressions, please?
Number
Rainbow
4 and 5.
and earthquake.
Okay. Okay. Um, Rainbow. An arch of colors formed in the sky, caused by the refraction and dispersion of the sun's light by rain. Earthquake.
Yes.
A sudden and violent shaking of the ground, something causing great destruction.
Exactly, yes. Do you know the rainbow? The rainbow? The, we can see the rainbow in the sky
Yes,
sometimes.
when it's a sunny and rainy day, both at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yes. An earthquake. Do you know what is earthquake?
Yes, the movement of the tectonic plates.
Yes, exactly. You're right. A sudden and violent shaking of the ground, sometimes causing great destruction. Terremoto. Very good. Here we have more expression related. Dario, could you read the first two? Hurricane and typhoon, please. Typhoon.
Okay. Um, Wait a minute. Okay.
Hurricane.
Hurricane, a storm with a violent wind, and in particular a tropical cyclone in the Caribbean. Typhoon, typhoon,
Yes,
a
typhoon.
tropical storm in the region of the oceans.
Yes, exactly. Huracán y tifones. Very good. Paula, could you read the following two? Flood and saucepan. Flood. Paula, can you hear me? Flood.
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yes, now I hear you. Could you read
Okay.
the other expression? Flood and saucepan.
Yes, teacher. Um, an overflowing of the large amount of water below is normal confines, especially over one is normally dry land. South Saucepan,
Saucepan.
saucepan,
Yes.
saucepan, a
Uh-huh.
cooking utensil made of metal.
Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you. Flood occurs when, for example, when raining a lot, the rivers could be overflowing with a large amount of water. Okay, let's continue. The exercise number 1 consists of, we have to complete the zero conditional sentence with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Do you remember the structure of the zero conditional? This is the structure. In the condition, the verb is in present simple, and in the result, also, the verb is in present simple. For example, in the first sentence, if you, what is the correct form of the verb, brackets, the verb board? What do you think, what is the correct answer in this case?
Boring?
With ing? Morning, or
No,
I don't know.
no, teacher, hello.
Okay, hello. Wait, give me a moment, please. Hello, Hello, Angie. Welcome.
Thank you. Excuse me. Okay, what's
Don't
happening?
worry. Don't worry, Angie. Finally, you are here. Okay. Paula, tell me again, what is the correct form of the verb in brackets, the verb born in this case?
Bored in is the present
Remember?
simple?
Yes, it's in present simple.
Okay. Mm, I don't know, teacher.
Okay, I'm going to explain a little in a little way in order to Angie put in context. Angie, today we are going to review about zero conditional. Do you know something about this conditional sentence? The conditional sentence is to talk about permanent truths. Solo verdades permanentes, such as scientific facts and general habits. For example, this is the structure. The condition, the verb is always in present simple, and in the result, the second part of the sentence, the verb is always in present simple. Conditional sentence always has the word if. The word if is the word that indicates the condition. For example, if you heat ice, it melts. This is a scientific fact. Always true. Si calientas hielo, pues se derrite. If you heat ice, it melts. Here, another example. For example, the condition, the first part of the sentence. If I miss the 8 o'clock bus, I am late for work. Another example, the condition, the first part. If I am late for work, the result, my boss gets angry. Okay, continue with the exercise number 1. In this case, we are going to complete the sentence, the zero conditional sentence with the correct form of the verb in brackets. For example, in the first sentence, if you, Dario, what do you think, what is the correct form of the verb in this case?
But I don't know the verb burn, but if the verb is in present, could be the same way. I'm not sure.
Yes, exactly. No, you're right. You're right.
Could
It's
be a little.
exactly. It's true because the verb is in present simple, is not change, is in maintain their original form, born. If you born,
If you burn,
coal,
it
yes, exactly.
gives of
Uh-huh.
greenhouse gases.
Gases, greenhouse gases. Yes, exactly. In this case, in the second part, the verb is the correct form is gives with s at the end because it's for third person. It gives off greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases. Yes, exactly, Dario. You are right. The second, a rainbow often. What do you think? What is the correct form of the verb in this case? In this case, the order is change because the result is in the first part and the condition comes in the second part. Can you see the word if in the second part? And in the first part is the result. A rainbow often. What do you think? What is the correct form of the verb in brackets? The verb appear. What is the correct form in this case? Remember that is in present simple.
Appears.
Yes, appears with S at the end. Appears. It's for third person. It appears. The rainbow often appears if the sun.
If the sun, the same, comes out.
Yes, exactly. With S at the end, comes if the sun comes out when it's raining. Very good. The number 3, the condition. If an earthquake, what do you think? What is the correct form of the verb in brackets? If an earthquake happen or happens, what do you think?
This happens to.
Happens, yes, because it's for third person. It happens. If an earthquake happens under the ocean, it sometimes causes or causes. What do you think? What is the correct form?
Causes?
Yes, exactly, because it's for third person, causes. Tsunami, causes a tsunami. Okay, 4. If a hurricane form or forms. What do you think? The correct form of the verb in this case. If a hurricane form or forms. Or forms. In this case is the pronoun is it. For it, the pronoun it is the with
Hello,
s at the
teacher.
end.
Teacher, I have the problems with connection. Sorry.
Who, Paula or Angie? Who have
Me,
problem?
teacher Paula. I
Ah.
have with
Okay, no,
problem.
no problem. Don't worry.
Okay,
I understand you.
thanks.
Okay, in this case, the correct form is forms. If a hurricane forms over the Indian Ocean, people there, they call it a typhoon. Si un huracán se forma sobre el océano Índico, ellos lo llaman tifón. They call, in this case, the first verb is forms, if a hurricane forms over the Indian Ocean, they call, the verb maintain the original form, they call it a typhoon. 5. If you, what is the correct form of the verb eat? If you eat or eats, what do you think?
Eat.
Yes, exactly. If you eat ice. It make or makes? Makes with S.
Make.
In this case, is for third person. For this reason, the verb has a letter S at the end, makes. Because it's for third person. It makes your body cold. If you eat ice, comes hielo, it makes your body cold. Te pone el cuerpo frío. It makes your body cold. The last one, number 6, floods. Floods happen or happens? What do you think? Happen or happens? Yes, happen. Without S, just happen. Without S. Floods happen if it rains. In this case, it's with S, rains. A lot of more than usual for a long time. Las inundaciones pasan si llueve mucho más de lo usual y por largo tiempo. For a long time. Okay, nice. Good job. Here we have the correct answers. Paula, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Could you read the first zero conditional sentence, please? The number
Yes,
1.
teacher. If you burn coal, it gives of greenhouse gases.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. It gives off greenhouses gases. Dario, could you read the second sentence, please?
Yes, sure. A rainbow often appears if the sun comes out when it's raining.
Okay, thank you. Angie, can you hear me, Angie?
Yes, teacher.
Could you read the sentence number 3, please?
If an earthquake happens under the ocean,
Ocean.
it sometimes causes earthquakes. It sometimes causes a tsunami.
Tsunami. A tsunami.
Okay.
Thank you, Angie. If an
Okay.
earthquake happens under the ocean, it sometimes causes a tsunami. Paula, could you read number 4, please?
Yes, teacher. What is the pronunciation of the hurricane, teacher?
Hurricane.
Hurricane. Okay.
Yes.
If a hurricane pours over the Indian Ocean, they call it a typhoon.
Typhoon, yes. Exactly, typhoon. If a hurricane forms over the Indian Ocean, they call it a typhoon. Dario, could you read number 5, please?
If you eat ice, it makes your body cold.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And the last one, Angie, could you read the zero conditional sentence, number 6, please? The last one.
Floods happen if it rains more than usual for a long time.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Now, here we have some tips or strategy, a writing strategy. When we need to write an article, we would use the correct structure in your text, a correct structure in order to the text, our text, have coherence. For example, if you need to read an essay on an article, the article could be a correct order. For example, the first part is the introduction, then another paragraph, you can give your opinion. In another paragraph, you can give your point of view, if you are agree or disagree with the main idea. And at the final, you can explain your opposing, your counter argument, such a conclusion. Tú explicas por qué no estás de acuerdo, tu contraargumento. In the last paragraph or conclusion paragraph. I'm going to share this information, the chat, in order to, you can check the information to develop the following exercise. For example, when you are expressing your opinions and the opinions of others, give your text a clear structure. For example, in one paragraph, give your opinion with 2 or 3
Teacher,
arguments. Yes, tell me.
teacher, you have the share, sorry, the screen black.
Sorry. Everybody can see my screen? Yes or not?
Yes, teacher. No, no.
I'm going to share again in order to
The chat.
fix. Okay, I'm going to share again. Can you see my
Yes.
screen now? Yes?
Ready, teacher. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for informing me. When you are expressing your opinions and the opinion of others, give your text a clear structure. For example, in one paragraph, give your opinion with 2 or 3 arguments that support it. For example, that paragraph could be start with the expression, with the phrase, having said that, habiendo dicho esto, just explain your main idea. Continue in another paragraph, give the opposing view with 1 or 2 arguments supporting it. For example, however, sin embargo, te refieres a lo que dice los primeros argumentos, pero expresas tú con tu counter argument. Expresas tu propia punto de vista, your opposing view. Si estás de acuerdo o no. You can then say why you disagree with the opposing view. Puedes expresar por qué estás en desacuerdo. It's a counter argument. For example, you can express your opposing with the phrase furthermore. Además, o in addition. Furthermore is used to introduce other consideration. Okay, continue. The exercise number 2 consists of read the writing strategy. Already you have the information, the writing strategy on the chat. And in order to, you can check the information, and then we are going to read the model text below and decide whether are the second, third, and conclusion paragraph. Should be, que puede ser A, B, or C. In this case, the text is in disorder. For example, this is not the correct order of each paragraph. I'm going to give you 2 minutes for check the text and try to identify what is the correct order of these paragraphs. This is not the correct. Estos párrafos están en desorden. Entonces, les voy a dar 2 minutos para que lo lean. Traten de identificar cuál es el segundo, the second, the third, and the final paragraph. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay. Are you ready? Have you read it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. For example, the introduction, the main idea is young people are doing more to prevent global warming than older people. Do you agree? I do not believe that this is true. Adults make the most important decision about global warming, not young people. For example, governments have to decide between fossil fuel and renewable energy. What do you think? Where is the continue? What the information could be in the second paragraph?
The letter C, however.
Yes, everybody's agree. However, the second paragraph is the letter C. What do you think?
Is if
Okay,
the
Angie,
no
don't worry. Sorry, Angie could need to leave the meeting.
okay, teacher.
Dario, what do you think? What could be the second paragraph?
I'm not sure. I was thinking about A.
In the main idea is about young people are doing more to prevent global warming than older people. But the person don't agree with because the person said that adults make the most important decision about global warming, not young people. For example, governments have to decide between fossil fuels and re renewable 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 energy. In this case, the continue is the second paragraph is letter B. Having said that, remember the writing strategy?
Oh my God. I
Having
realized that.
said that, yes, because in the paragraph letter B, the writer continue with the idea that young people don't prevent the global warming equal than the older people. For this reason, in this case, they continue with the correct order of the information is the paragraph letter B. Having said that, habiendo dicho esto, young people are often better at remembering to recycle plastic bottles and other containers. What is more, pero, what is more es pero o más aún, o bueno, wow, es más. Children walk and cycle more often than adults, and this causes less pollution. In this case, the third paragraph is the letter C. However, sin embargo, los niños caminan y montan más bicicleta porque son muy jóvenes para manejar. However, they probably walk and cycle more because they are too young to drive, not because they are care about the environment. So, all in all, I don't think young people are doing more than older people. And the conclusion, the final paragraph is the letter A. Furthermore, además, the meaning is además, como ya para concluir. Furthermore, adults decide how green their lifestyle at home should be. For example, do they buy a big or a small car? Do they live in a big or a small house? And so on. Ellos deciden. Ellos ya tienen la conciencia para decidir si compran un carro grande o pequeño, los adultos, o vivir en una casa grande o pequeña. For this reason, the letter A is the final paragraph, the conclusion. Letter B is the second. The third paragraph is letter C, continue with the main idea. Okay, nice. Here we have the correct order of the model text. Darío, could you read the first part, the introduction, and the second paragraph, please? And Paula, help me reading the last two paragraphs. Thank you.
Okay. Young people are doing more to prevent global warming than older people. Do you agree?
Could you speak loud, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
I do not believe that this is true. adults make the most important decision about global warming, not young people. For example, governments have to decide between fossil fuels and renewable energy. Having said that, young people are often better at remembering to recycle plastic bottles and other containers. What is more, children walk and cycle more often than adults, and it causes less pollution.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. However, they probably walk and cycle more because they are too young to drive, not because they are about the environment. So, all and in all, I don't know think young people are doing more than older people. For the more adults decide how green their lifestyle at home should be. Do they buy a big or a small car? Do they live in a big or small house? And so on?
So on, so on,
So,
so on. And so on is similar to etc. So on.
okay.
Okay, nice. Very good. Good job. Now, the exercise number 3 consists of uh, we have 4 groups with phrases that expressing in the, for example, the group A, we have phrases that expressing an opinion. In the group B, we have phrases that help us to presenting an opposing opinion. In the group C, we have phrases to presenting a counter argument. And in the group D, we have phrases for making an additional point. The idea is add 2 phrases from the box for each group, to each group. For example, in the group A, expressing an opinion, that we have an examples, I think, or I don't think. What other phrases could you put here in this group from the box?
In my opinion,
Yes, exactly. What other? In my opinion, and
having said that,
no, this is for
no.
the presenting an opinion, opposing opinion.
Okay. The having said that is the presenting an opinion.
Yes. For example, in the group A, could be put you we are put we can put in my opinion and to be honest.
Honest. Okay.
To
To
be
be
honest.
honest.
Yes, in
Okay.
the first group. In the first group. The other possible phrases could be in my opinion and to be honest.
Honest.
Okay, in the group B, Paula.
Be.
Here we have an example. There are people who believe that. What other phrases could be here? Dario, what do you think?
On the other
What
hand,
other phrase? Yes, on the other hand, and having said that, in this case, having said that, help us to presenting an opposing opinion. Having said that, and on the other hand. Later in the group C, these phrases help us to presenting a counter argument. For example, in spite of this, What other phrases could be here?
Well, what is more?
No, in this case,
No,
what is more
nevertheless.
is, yes, nevertheless, and however.
Whatever.
Yes. However and nevertheless. And in the group D, furthermore, another phrases could be moreover and what is more. Here we have the answers.
Okay.
Okay, nice, very good. Okay, thank you very much, dear students, boys and girls, boy and girl. Thank you very much for your attendance. I hope that you enjoy this lesson and practice a little bit more.
Okay,
I hope to see you another time, another opportunity. Have a nice rest of the day and have a nice weekend. Take care.
okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. Take care. Bye, Dario.
Goodbye.
Thank you.